Curtis Eames. I'm an English teacher at Somerville High School, and I'm in charge of the Drama Club.
My name is Joe Correa, and I am president of Somerville High Drama Club.
I am Gucci Besa, and I'm one of the actors in the play.
I'm Carissa. I'm a senior.
I'm Kalima. I'm a junior.
I'm Neely. I'm a senior. I don't go here.
My name is Jonathan Clegg. This is my first time being in Drama Club. However, I already love it.
My name is Andrea Mendez. I'm a sophomore, and this is my second year in Drama Club. I don't know. I just feel at home here.
My name is Justin. I'm a freshman. This is my first year doing the show, Drama Club.
The play was called Thank You for Flushing My Head in the Toilet and Other Rarely Used Expressions. It's a new play by Jonathan Dorff, who actually, I think he used to live in Somerville, and I think he went to Harvard for graduate school. But the play addresses the issue of bullying and harassment in schools.
Thank you!
What?
Thank you!
For what?
For flushing my head in the toilet.
What?
That was definitely the best one ever!
Yeah. What are you, some kind of freak?
Well, basically, the play is about these two high school students, Achilles and Helen, and they're both always picked on a lot at school, and they're both getting fed up with it. And this girl, Glinda, shows up in both of their lives and shows them the way to avoid being bullied so much. And it turns out in the end that the only way that they can really save themselves is by becoming bullies themselves. And in the end, Helen succumbs to this, and through everything that happens in the play, she decides to become a bully. And Achilles is the opposite. He decides that it's not for him, and he can't, become what he hates, and he holds true to himself. And in the very end, it ends up that Achilles, it's open left to interpretation, but it's implied that he comes in and shoots up the school because he's really just had enough and he's snapped.
B-A-N-C. You're dead.
I was back when we were voting, I was one of the main supporters of this play, and I felt that it was really something that it had a good message, and I felt like it didn't really push that message in the audience's face. I think it did a good job of keeping it sort of subtle, but very powerful at the same time. And we felt that it had, a good showcase for ensemble work, and a few very good solo monologues. So, just stuff that wouldn't really make us look good for judges, and really showcase all of our abilities at Drama Fest, which was, why we chose the play is to go to Drama Fest.
I liked that, the message that it sent. It was really good, moral to the...
I liked how it taught a lesson, what she said, but how it taught how you need to be nice to everybody because you never know how they're going to react.
I guess what I liked about the play is our play had a little bit more truth to it, a little bit more compassion rather than hilarity.
Yeah.
Though the other plays had a lot of that, so I can't really say much else about that either. So yeah, it was all good.
It was the only one that wasn't a comedy when we went to competition.
I was actually in the group against the play because at the time I didn't actually get to read the script. But after reading it a couple of times and getting to know the characters a bit more, it started being fun, and the play's really good.
I felt amazing performing the play. I always feel really amazing, on stage and off stage during a performance. I get this huge burst of energy. It's really one of the best feelings in the world.
Hey, sir, I want some more.
You got me right here.
And then I do this. Ducky, you're the one. Rubber duck.
I wasn't actually performing. I was the assistant director, and I was doing everything backstage, making sure the set was okay, helping people out when they needed help, and was in charge of doing the production for you guys. So
every part's just as important. You know, the sound and the lighting and the curtain movement and the set movement. You could look at those as part of the cast. They're just as much a character as the person on stage. When we did the play here, all the people in the audience, faculty and students, knew the kids on stage. So there's maybe more laughs or different kind of reaction because it's like, oh wow, look at so-and-so's on stage and things like that. And things that maybe were funny, we thought were funny, maybe came off even funnier. But by the same token, some things that weren't really supposed to be funny came off funny when they weren't.
I personally, I enjoyed doing this play in front of, like, right up in front of the audiences when they were, you know, jeering at us and you know, calling us whatever from the audience, because, you know, these people don't realize that this play is about them. That's the kind of bullying and, you know, picking on the drama kids, you know, and it was a good feeling for me. I liked getting right up there and just putting this play right in their face. You know, this is for you guys. You know, look what you people are, you know, doing. But it was good. It's a good feeling, and you know, even through all knowing that all these people are in here, you know, making fun of us and whatever, it's all worth it because, you know, we know that there are some people out in that audience that we really, really touched with our play and that the message really got out to, and that's more than enough to ask for.
Bing, bing, the end, my friend, you're wrong. For every Columbine, 10,000 people crying, suicide, and each one of us dying. A little more each day. We turn our heads and look away when we can open our mouths and speak for every free.
When we did it at Weymouth High School in front of 7 other casts of plays from other high schools, you could feel the reaction differently. And they were more really absorbing what the play was about, not just going, oh, gee whiz, you know, look at my friends up there, which is, you know, which is great. It was fun. But they really got a lot. There was a lot more. They laughed at certain points, but there was points when the audience went, oh, or you could tell they felt sad, or upset, or disturbed, which was the point of the play, to start discussing this issue.
I felt slightly overwhelmed because they're my own peers, and it's different when you don't know the audience, and especially with the Somerville kids who, I don't know, for me, when we performed, it was a little nerve-wracking because I knew almost everyone in the audience, and I would hear my name being called while I'm on stage, and it was exciting.
Friday night's Blake's, Saturday's Preston. But before that, everybody's going down to the promenade. If you're anybody.
It's interesting because you don't necessarily hear the audience react all the time. It's not really a laugh or an outburst, but you can feel it.
You can tell on stage that the audience really feels the play from certain reactions, and it's a great feeling just feeding the energy on stage and then feeling it back from the audience. It's always great doing it for a good, you know, drama knowledgeable crowd.
I felt that some of the cast members, all of them were really good, and we all pretty much got along. We had some tension, you know, with every production you have a lot of stress and...
A little tension?
A lot of tension.
There's always the drama within drama, but having been here this being my 4th year, having done this, I really, really, really enjoyed working with this cast in particular. I just felt like there was just a real sense of family within the cast, which brought good stage chemistry. So I think when that's good, when people really click on stage, you know, it's very evident.
How long until I snap? This feeling
Of being totally alone.
that no matter what,
I don't know how much longer.
I can take this. That it will never ever stop.
It was kind of uplifting. I don't know why. It's just, it brought everyone closer in the end, because I know when we started Drama Club, there was a tension among all of us because not only was the cast doubled in size. No, more like tripled in size from last year. But there were new faces. There were old faces that just rejoined.
It's a lot of stress, and we all pretty much got along. We all did great.
Yeah, my cast members are amazing.
Yeah. All amazing.
Yeah. Most of them, yes. Joe, he was the lead role in our play. I've talked to him before, and I think he's a great guy. I think he's going to go really far, and I really enjoyed working with him this time around. And all the cast members are really just trying to make the effort and pulling together as a group, and I respect them for it, and they're all really great people.
This is where the club always falls apart, but this is where it's most crucial that we need to stay together.
Luckily, because it was a show in a high school, and I think everyone got the idea of what the characters were, that kind of came along organically without me doing that much. The main thing I was concerned about was stage acting technique, because no matter how good the show looks or how good the acting is, if people in the audience can't hear or understand what you're saying, they're going to be bored.
The tip of the tongue, the bips, and the teeth. The tip of the tongue, the bips, and the teeth.
Doing a play is a lot different than doing a movie. In a play, you rehearse the play, and every time you do the play, you live it out from A to B to C to D. And no matter what the director tells you, how much you rehearse, by the time it's showtime, it's all up to you, and you really get to live the story out.
The play itself touched a lot of people. Like, I have many people as I walk down the halls come up to me and tell me, your play was really, breathtaking, and, oh, I cried during the play, or, oh, good job, guys, that was the best play you've guys done in so many years. Just having that,
When you're doing a movie or TV show or whatever, it's usually, that's really the director's medium. Theater's an actor's medium. Directing's a film, I should say, is a director's medium. You shoot it out of sequence, you can try it again, there's a lot of sitting around and waiting with the lights, and once you do a certain moment in the story, it's over, you don't do it again. It's challenging, but in different ways. You might, if you've got a 120-page script, the first day of the movie you might be doing page 90, right? And then the last day of shooting you might be doing the beginning of the movie. So as an actor you really have to be on the ball with, okay, what have I been through before this moment? And not anticipate what's going to happen. So it's very technical. And movies really, what ultimately look like they happen after, the editor. The movie's made in the editing room. Theater is like you really get to live it out and go with it. A to B to C to D instead of D to A to G to D,
Marty! If I did the Rubber Ducky song, would you think I was nuts enough that you'd leave me alone?
Well...
Tell him what you think.
Yeah, I can take it.
Probably not.
Oh.
I don't think everyone really knew the power of the play until we really started working on it. And in fact, and in my experience, you can rehearse a play, you can analyze the play, you can try and do different things with the play to make it go or be effective in a certain way, but you really don't know what you've got until you've done it in front of an audience. That's the key final factor. Last year they did get asked to go to semifinals, but I think the last time they won the whole thing, I believe was 1936. So there's sort of this energy of like, come on, let's reverse the curse, We're the Boston Red Sox of the high school drama guild.
Hey, maybe if you had the rubber ducky in your hand.
Like a prop.
I think that just might do it.
Thanks! Before you go, I've been working on a couple more.
Oh, I think you got the toilet thing down.
Listen to this.
Hey,
come on, baby, light my fire.
Get off.
That's when I set my books on fire.
Stop grabbing my...
Oh, yes, my mom's.
Get off me, faggot!
Drama Club should always be a part of every school because it helps us to let loose, and just some people don't have a place to go when they come to high school. They're very to themselves. Like you see people all the time that don't know what to do with their lives, and they turn to like drugs and alcohol and bad things. So they should keep Drama Club alive.
I think if you really want to pursue something like this, then you should give it your all. Just step into the role, step into your own role, make something of yourself, and just try, because you never know what's going to happen.
We're wrapping it up for this year. We're going to try to get ourselves off on the right foot for next year, hold our elections, get some fundraising, and really jump right into this next year. Unfortunately, I won't be here, but hopefully all of you out there will be watching, and you'll all continue to support the club. And it's beautiful stuff happens in here. A lot of people don't realize it, but I'm in love with this drama club. I've been here for 4 years, and it's a great thing. This will always be a part of me.
Join drama club.
I think some of the kids were disappointed, but it didn't really matter. If they gave a courage award at the Drama Guild for whoever had the guts to do a difficult and play like that, we would have won hands down. So that's what's important, is the experience, not if we won anything. It was one of the most amazing experiences of my life. I know it's not a big Hollywood, Broadway thing, but I've gotten more out of doing this than a lot of things I did in Hollywood. And that's true. And that says a lot. The best part for me about the play was when it was showtime and I couldn't do anything else, and there's the moment where I knew there's nothing else I can do. They're on their own, and to see all these kids from all different parts of the school get up on stage and pull it together, it was really moving. It was amazing.